Oh, that very moment. That very second the camera accidentally captured something no one expected. A backstage secret that made every fan's heart race. Pond and Phuwin holding each other's arms. It was just a fleeting glance, but enough to leave everyone speechless. And from that moment, questions began to flood in. Why were they holding onto each other? Was it simply a sign of comfort before going on stage? Or could it mean something much deeper? That warm, hidden gesture, caught behind the curtains, wasn't just a random move. It became a moment that fans will never forget, a spark that only made pondphuwin feel even more mysterious, even more captivating. Backstage was buzzing with staff, sound checks, and the final countdown before the show. Yet, in the middle of all that chaos, Pond and Phuwin stood quietly close to each other. No cameras were supposed to catch this moment, just the two of them. Side by side, away from the spotlight, their silence wasn't empty. It was filled with a kind of warmth that only they seemed to understand. Then it happened. A subtle movement barely noticeable until the camera zoomed past at just the right time. Pond's arm reached out, and without hesitation, Phuwin's arm leaned in. Their elbows touched, their arms linked, almost like an unspoken promise. It wasn't a handshake, it wasn't an accident. It was deliberate, soft, secret, and full of meaning. That tiny gesture sent shockwaves. Fans who later saw the footage couldn't help but gasp. Was it Pond's way of giving Phuwin strength before the performance, or Phuwin's quiet plea to stay close, to not let go? The intimacy of that moment didn't need words, just a simple act of holding onto each other spoke louder than anything they could have said. But here's the mystery. Why hold arms in secret, behind the curtain, when no one was supposed to notice? Was it comfort? Was it affection? Or was it a glimpse of something they've been hiding all along? Whatever the truth, the camera caught it, and that single frame became enough to set the entire fandom's heart racing, leaving everyone wondering what lies beneath Pond and Phuwin's bond. As the performance drew closer, staff hurried around, calling out last-minute instructions, but for Pond and Phuwin, time seemed to pause. Their arms were still gently linked, as if neither wanted to be the first to let go. It was quiet, almost invisible amidst the noise, yet their small connection stood out more than any spotlight could. The way Pond slightly leaned toward Phuwin didn't go unnoticed by fans who replayed the footage again and again. It wasn't just comfort, it felt like reassurance, like a silent whisper saying, "I'm here. Don't be nervous." And the way Phuwin responded, relaxing, leaning closer, told an entire story without a single word spoken. When they finally did let go, it was only because the stage demanded their presence, but even then, their eyes met for a brief second, a fleeting look, soft and familiar, carrying the weight of everything they couldn't say out loud. That look alone kept fans awake at night, rewinding and analyzing every detail. And so, the question lingers, was it just friendly support? Or something more? A hidden affection masked behind the excuse of comfort? The way they held onto each other didn't feel ordinary. It felt intentional. And that's why this simple moment backstage turned into one of the most talked about mysteries in Pondphuwin's story. As the lights dimmed and the crowd's cheers grew louder, Pond and Phuwin stepped onto the stage, but for those who noticed, something lingered in the air. That hidden touch backstage seemed to follow them, even under the blinding stage lights. Their closeness felt different tonight, like a secret only they shared, hidden in plain sight. And for the fans watching closely, every glance, every subtle move became a clue, pulling them deeper into the mystery of Pond and Phuwin's bond. That single backstage moment, arms quietly linked, caught by chance, was more than just a gesture. It became a story of its own. Fans are still asking, was it comfort? Was it affection? Or was it something even deeper? Maybe the truth will never be spoken out loud. Maybe it will remain their secret. But that's exactly what makes Pond and Phuwin so captivating, the mystery between them, the warmth they share without words, and the way even the smallest touch can make the whole world believe in something more. So the question remains, what do you think Pond and Phuwin were truly saying with that silent, hidden touch?